What scope of works will be going on in those free practice sessions that we're going to see from tomorrow morning onwards?
Yeah, I think it's a good point because we've done so many laps here at Daytona with this car. It's probably done, over 100 hours of running here over its life, and yes. And so we get to the race week. First of all, it looks wet for all 4 of our practice sessions until the race that looks hopefully dry. So I don't think we're going to really reinvent much in 30 minutes of practice that we might get in the dry. The main focus will be getting all the drivers through the car just to get fresh and get into the rhythm with traffic, because this is the most traffic we've dealt with since 2014. So I think most importantly, the things that's going to make the biggest difference in the race is probably going to be who can get through the traffic the most efficiently and the cleanest.
And we get people all the time tweeting in at IMSA Radio to us and saying, yeah, 61 cars. I remember when there was 80 cars back in 90, whatever it was, 95, I think 96 maybe a bit before that. However, what I look at is when you look at the entry list from those days, by midnight half of those cars were gone. Here, throughout all the classes, I'm looking at probably 65% of each of the classes that not only could get on the podium but could win here. And the reliability is such now is that most of those cars will be there at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I think the difference, like you said, is we don't have the luxury of depending on reliability for a lot of the cars. The intensity is so high for all 24 hours that you really can't let off. You can't take it easy in traffic. You're always having to take some level of risk to at least keep yourself on the lead lap, because you don't know if you'll get it back. Even at the Roar with all 61 cars, everybody thought it would be yellow flags every 5 minutes, and it was a full green race.
Tell me about it. My head exploded at least 4 times, I think.
Yeah, so I think there's no limit to what can happen in the 24 hours, and every year 90% of the DPI field is still running on the lead lap, nose to tail. So knocking a dive plane off or damaging the car is just going to hurt your chances, and I think the level of focus that you're going to have to keep through the entire race is as much as it's ever been.
Anything that we need to look out different from the track itself this year? There was some talk about particularly the exit curbs from the bus stop. There were going to be some changes made there. Anything that we need to look out for? Anybody noticed?
Yeah, they've changed the layout of the curbing in the bus stop. It's kind of notorious for people cutting through and kicking grass and dirt onto the racetrack. So Daytona International Speedway has done a great job to prevent people from going in. If you really want to go in, it's going to be a bit of a jump to get into the grass. So they put,
some of the GTs will try that. You know they will.
Normally that would be quite normal, I think.
Bill Oberlin, paging Bill Oberlin. You know it's true, don't you? It's going to be like that. All right, final word from all of you, and I'll start at the other end with Felipe this time. All right, Felipe, what are you looking forward to the most about this weekend?
Well, just get to drive the car. I mean, I just have so much fun driving around, and a good example of IMSA is we keep rolling and all together. And I think that's the beauty of it. Like in the first stint of the Roar, I mean, they pulled away and I was starting last, but then traffic, it's so nice to go through. And you never know if you're going to make the right call, because it can flip you against you pretty quick. And that's fun. And then you have guys in behind you, and then you try to be smarter than the other guy to take an advantage with traffic. And when there is no traffic, you're just waiting again for the traffic to come on. And exactly that ride through the 24 hours, driving in the beginning of the race or driving in the night, is always beautiful. So it's a pure pleasure for me.
Alex, best part of the race for you? Do you like to be in the full night, just as it's getting dark, just as it's getting light?
I usually don't mind the night, except this year it looks very cold.
And that's funny. For the tyres, not for him.
No,
he's not saying he needs his woolly pyjamas on, He's talking about the tyres.
No, it was funny because Will was like, "Oh, can we take the AC out and put a heater?" And it was like, "Dude, we don't even have an AC, so a heater is the last of your concerns." But no, I mean, every stint is unique. Every stint's different, and like we've all talked about, the reliability is so good. You're pushing it at all phases, so they're all pretty much the same, except for the glory at the end or the start or whatever. But that's not our problem.
Okay, yeah, good for that. Will, from your point of view, a new event for you. You're a professional racing driver. Have been for quite a long time. This is what you do for a living. This is work. And we can all get a little bit blasé about work. Do you still get excited when you come to a new event, particularly one like this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you say, it's a new event for me, so I need to learn on the go and quickly. So yeah, I think for me, just taking everything in each day, learning from these guys as much as I can, who have got a lot of experience here. And you know, I've been waiting for the opportunity to come here, and it's a pleasure to come here with this team and these guys, and hopefully we can come away with a win, get the fourth win on the road for the team. And yeah, give it all. This is what we're here for. So,
and of course, if they don't, as the new guy, it will be your fault.
Exactly, man. I'm already aware of that.
Ricky, last word to you. What's it like working with your dad? Serious question, because some people's relationship with their parents is great. Seeing them on a Sunday for lunch and things like that. He's your boss as well as your dad. What comes first, boss or dad?
Well, I have to say first that I would never be here if it wasn't for my dad. I think just getting there, you know, all the way through the ladder, I'd never have near the opportunities that I've had. With that said, it's a pain. It's
honesty. You get honesty here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you know your dad's going to be your harshest critic, but
sure.
At the same time, there's nothing better than winning with family. And it even though it's kind of grown to quite a big team, I think all the guys can probably relate that it feels a bit like a family team, and to win with your family is a special thing.
Guys, thank you. I know how busy it is. I know that there's still a lot to do this week. Will you please? And by the way, Alex, thank you very much for what you said. But now you know that I do totally have a face and body for radio.
Yes.
That's why you've not seen me before. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, Felipe, Alex, Will, and Ricky, they are the Connington Minolta Wayne Taylor Racing team. They'll be racing at the weekends from pole position. Give them your very best regards. Cheers, mate. Good to see you. Thanks, guys. Best of. Enjoy.